Greetings everyone! Welcome to the Sonic issue 87 review. In the previous issue, Sonic and Tails were out on reconnaissance after their plane crashed. When the two separated, Metal Sonic kidnapped Tails and toyed with Sonic for a bit. Then he decided to play a new game. Rescue your friend from an active volcano while I make your journey miserable. Meanwhile, in the second story, we learn the tragic backstory of Monkey Kong, and that part ended with him a prisoner of Eggman. We begin with a reminder that yes, Tails will get drenched in lava if Sonic fails to save him. We cut to Sonic as he's recovered enough from being knocked out to resume his journey towards Mount Mobius. He just needs to be extra careful. Well, so much for that. Metal Sonic arrives to gloat, and Sonic asks why not let Tails go since he's the target. Metal Sonic replies Tails is a friend, and making him suffer makes Sonic suffer, which makes Metal Sonic happy. Sonic shreds the net and vows to beat his doppelganger. The two briefly race, and I say briefly as Metal Sonic zooms far ahead. Boy, I bet Sonic wished he temporarily had his super speed from Sonic Super Special number 8. Not only could he keep up, but he would drag Metal Sonic into various objects. And just like that story, Sonic runs straight into a tree. This time courtesy of Metal Sonic's tripping. Metal Sonic now wants a real challenge and blasts Sonic. Sonic actually does something to take him out. Temporarily. He uses a rock and hits the power gem. That's my guess based on this picture. Then he uses the remains of the net to tie Metal Sonic to a tree. Sonic leaves and Metal Sonic compliments on his organic counterpart's cleverness. Sonic on the other hand thought it was too easy. He scales the mountain just as lava starts pouring out. Thankfully he makes it and frees Tails. Of course, now is when Metal Sonic reappears. Sonic tries a new tactic. Talk to Metal Sonic. He brings up the time he was turned into a robot, yes folks, that happened at one point, and said he fought against this programming. He says Metal Sonic has the strength and speed, but there's more to life than those, like feelings. Metal Sonic calls it weakness, and he can't be persuaded otherwise. Sonic tells Tails to leave while he holds him off. Tails refuses since they're best buddies. That's when the volcano was close to blowing up. Well, it seems our duo is done for. But then Metal Sonic comes to the rescue? He's going to hold back the lava while Sonic and Tails escape. Sonic asks what gives. Metal Sonic says he was right. He can be more than his programming because he felt compassion. Okay? Tails' tails are hurt and he can't fly, so Sonic carries him. They consider rescuing Metal Sonic too, but he says that would doom them all. He tells them that he's just a powerful, unfeeling robot, and that's before the lava consumes him. And that's the end of this Metal Sonic. Nope, you will never see this guy again. Sonic and Tails discuss what made Metal Sonic change his mind, something I'll talk more about in the comments. And so the story ends with our two buddies heading for home. Back to our Monkey Kong story, Dr. Eggman explains that he was invading the village of Karluing, in the Dragon Kingdom mind you, when he discovered the cyborg Simian. He learned how Sally Acorn freed him, and all the powerful things he could do. But there's still that control issue. Eggman believes he's solved that problem. This involves having 3 microscopic transmitters fused to the brain. Monkey Kong's not sticking around for the procedure. Turns out, Eggman didn't take into account the Power Ring crown. Oops. Monkey Kong wrecks some SWAT bots and notices the temple he's been in has been turned into a robotization factory. He goes to find the power source so he can shut it down for good. The SWAT bots follow him and shoot at Monkey Kong and the power core. Monkey Kong escapes before the factory is destroyed. Well, good news Monkey Kong, the village is yours. The bad news, it's now on fire. And worse news, Eggman's already roboticized the entire population and they're on the escaping blimp. The first story continues the struggle between Sonic and Metal Sonic as the former tries to rescue Tails. He does make it to Tails thanks to some cleverness on his part and his never give up attitude. He even tries talking down Metal Sonic at a few points without success, which leads to Metal Sonic saving Sonic and Tails from lava. To some, it could be considered a sudden 180. Others could understand it more based on the following factors. First of all, the power gem. Maybe in addition to making Metal Sonic powerful, it enhanced his free will enough to break away from his Kill Sonic program. What might have helped was observing Sonic's willingness not to give up, Sonic's talks on friendship and you could be more, and Tails' refusal to abandon Sonic. Cheesy and cliche? Yeah, but this is an all ages comic. I'm curious, this bit with Sonic, Metal Sonic, and Lava, was it partially inspired by the ending of the Sonic OVA? The art's actually better than last time, a little more expressive in my opinion. I'm giving the story a 7. In the end, we know Sonic and Tails would be fine, and Metal Sonic would be defeated. There was tension, and Metal Sonic's turn is up for debate, but it was enjoyable. The conclusion to the Monkey Kong story was sad. To think, all Monkey Kong wanted was a peaceful life. But then Eggman came along and ruined it all. That's pretty much all I have to say about this story. Except for the fact that this is the last story Frank Strom worked on. Our next Monkey Kong story would be written by Carl Bowlers. Nothing else to say, so I'm going to give the story a 5. All around, it's pretty average in my opinion. Next time in issue 88, Sonic will have problems when he finally gets home. But if you're following the pre-Iron Dominion arc, we'll see each other again in issue 92 when Monkey Kong's out for revenge against Eggman and Sonic's caught in the middle. Until then, have a good day and be safe. If it isn't obvious by now, this Metal Sonic will become Shard, dearly departed Shard.